Welcome to Denmark, the land of Aqua, Lego and the Vikings. But that's not everything there is, there's a lot more to it. With a population of 5 million people, Denmark has ranked as the happiest country in the EU and the second happiest place in the world. It is also a relatively flat country with its highest natural point, Møllerhøj, being 170 meters above sea level. Wow! There are also more than 400 islands in total and over 7,000 kilometers of coastline. Denmark is also incredibly rainy and windy, by the way. Danes are also quite proud of Hans Christian Andersen, who wrote fairy tales such as The Emperor's New Clothes, The Little Mermaid and The Ugly Duckling. Oh, and by the way, did you know that the Danish flag, the Dannebrog, is the oldest state flag in the world still in use by an independent nation? In the following minutes you're going to learn about the EVS project as it is in the Brønderslev Youth School, or as they call it here, Ungdomsskole, which literally means that, youth school. The purpose of a youth school is to provide young people with specialized education by organizing different activities related to sport, language and other skills. As an EVS, you're going to help the school carry out these activities. This project takes part in 3 different youth clubs, one in Brønderslev and 2 others in the towns of Hjallerup and Dronninglund, and also in a TV station in Brønderslev. Fabian, Jordi, Lia and Marta will tell us about their experiences and what can be expected from being an EVS in Brønderslev.
I decided to do the EVS because I kind of did not know what to do after school. I was 18 years old and I just wanted to see another country, to see life besides school, and I think this is a really good opportunity to do it. In my project I have got a broadened bandwidth of activities. I do that what the kids do. If they play sports, I'm playing sports with them, for example football or badminton in the hall, but also in the summer down here, outside, in the football field, for example. But I'm also doing as well kitchen activities like cutting foods or cooking a little bit. The kids come from school usually at around 12 to 1, they come and they leave about 5 in the afternoon. Playing sports, playing computer, they draw. They do that, what I then do with them. In general, I have got the feeling that people are feeling more equal, that the working hierarchy is quite flat. For transportation, we have got a car. Most of the time when I go to Aalborg, or when we go to Aalborg, we take the train, which takes about half an hour. I gained a lot of the project. In general, I feel more openly towards other people. I start talking earlier, and I think it's because if you come to Denmark and you work in a fritidsklub or an ungdomsklub, you work with children, you don't speak their language, and you have to come out of your skin. You have to be really openly, and through this you learn a lot, as well as some practical skills like Danish. I think I learned a lot. I would recommend the next EVSs that they really should be trying to come towards people, to talk to them. It is really possible. People are nice, people are friendly, but I think in Denmark sometimes they are kind of quite distanced. So you have to come to them and to talk to them, but then they are really friendly and nice.
EVS for me was the opportunity to come out of school. I was finished with my exams in Germany and I'm finished with school now. And before I go to study something, I wanted to go out, see the world in some ways, even though it's just the neighbor country. So I'm working in Hjallerup Fritidsklub. Basically, I play with the kids all the day. but I also take care of them. It's not just like I entertain them, but I'll be there for them as well. So if they get any problems, if they're not feeling well, or if they get in a fight, or maybe, well, whose turn is it in a game? That's my role, to be the adult and say, okay, well, let's say this is your turn now, and the next time it's his or hers turn. Normally the kids in my club basically play a lot of games, even it's computer games they play with Xbox or PlayStation or just computer, or they go to the gym and we play all together dødbold, or they play badminton with some adults or just by themselves. Living in Denmark is very interesting because it's very different from what I expected. I just thought, okay, Denmark is neighbor country of Germany, so there can't be that many differences, but actually they are. For example, just concerning nature, it's very, very dark in the winter, but now it's really great to go outside at maybe 10 o'clock and it's still light. Time during the off hours is a little bit difficult here because we're just living in a little bit the middle of nowhere in Brønderslev, but you still can, for example, go into a sports club going here, or there's a park, you can just go outside, read, and still there are connections of public transportation where you can go to Aalborg in the weekends or meet other volunteers you've met at trainings you're supposed to go, so it's still not lonely in here. We get the language course, and then you'll be told that, okay, now you had these language lessons and it is over now, you can speak Danish, just go ahead. And at first you feel like you can't speak anything or don't understand anything, but it really gets better with the time, and it really helps that you are forced to speak the language during work. The flat is nice and it's bigger than I expected it to be, so I was really surprised coming in here. The kitchen is very nice, it's a big area where we can play all together, watch TV. The next EVS should be very open-minded, and for me the point I regretted was that I didn't took more effort to get into local sports or something here in Brønderslev, because that's the thing which for me is really, really important, just to get to know people. And a very, very important thing for me, be prepared. There's no sweet popcorn in here, just salty, so you don't get a shock.
I finished my university studies and I didn't know what to do next. So I thought, why not give this a try? And that's when I applied for EVS. I work in TV Ungdom in Brønderslev Ungdomsskole, and what I do there is basically I film activities that the kids do and other events that might be related. And then I edit the videos and make them ready for them to be uploaded. And I also teach Spanish to Danish kids 2 hours every week. Well, Brønderslev is a small town in the middle of North Jutland. The closest big city is Aalborg, which is not that big as cities like Barcelona or Berlin or London, but it's the biggest thing that you have around here, so it might be a bit lonely sometimes because there's not much going on Brønderslev during the week or the weekends, so you can go for a walk, although during the winter that's quite difficult because it's snowy and all that. You can have some time off, you can have a week off. If you have worked extra hours, you can use those extra hours to do a trip to, I don't know, Norway or Sweden. You can have a reisekort, which is some kind of travel card where you can put money in it. And it's not so expensive, I think. Danish can seem a difficult language, mainly because of its pronunciation. But I think you're going to be, if you try, you're going to be able to understand basic things and maybe to just say a couple of things that can get you through, like shopping or usual stuff during the week. Well, the flat is very nice. It's kind of big. We have the common area. We have a kitchen, we have a bathroom, and upstairs we have the bedrooms. So I really like it. It's located in the center of Brønderslev. You can go on foot to the train station, which is like 5 minutes on foot. And you can also go shopping to the supermarket or the shops, which are kind of 5 minutes as well on foot. Well, I think that the next EVS that's going to be working in TV Ungdom has to be aware of the amount of time that has to be spent in front of a computer, sitting down in an office, like editing video and all that. So sometimes it can be a bit lonely because you're not going to have a person with you all the time. And something else that you have to know is that you might be required to work on the weekends. So there might be an event or something going on Saturday or Sunday. So it's a work that's going to affect your weekends and your free time sometimes.
I choose to be a EVS because I wanted to live a new experience, and I want to live in a different country like mine. My responsibilities in my project are to play with the kids, to make or cook the food. For them, there are different rooms like computer room, cinema room, gym. Sometimes, if the weather is okay, I can play outside with the kids. The kids in my club, they can play to computer, watch the movies, make different things in the creative room. They can help to make the food. Usually in my club we work, my boss and other employee and me. And I have a good relationship with my boss. There is a good teamwork. The EVS have a car, so you can go to the work by car, and we have a bike. Here in Brønderslev there is a train station, a bus station, so you can go to Aalborg every hour by train or by bus. In the weekends I go to Aalborg, or I go to visit other cities. I gained a new experience for my life. I'm learning a lot of things. So about Denmark, about the kids, and I met different people from Denmark, and I met other volunteers, and yeah, my roommates. The flat is very nice. It's big. It has 2 floors. In the first floor are the living room, dining room, bathroom, and kitchen, and the second floor there are 4 rooms. I want to say for the next EVS, just enjoy the experience. They try to visit other cities and other places because Denmark is small, but it's a beautiful country. It has an amazing place.
While the top stage is the stage where you live.
Parala? Parala? And I meet...
Can I just go and get some point where I can look at? Right? Living in Denmark is very, very interesting because I didn't expect so much different... Shit, sorry, what's it? Yeah. What's it?